Zel Boy Army, welcome to another spicy one on the channel. In today's video, I'm doing a tactics video about a formation I really liked on FIFA 21 that I hadn't used up until now on this FIFA. So it's my first tactics video, nearly 2 months into the game, using the 5-3-2. There's a few reasons that I've not been using it for a while. I don't think it's quite as good going forward in some ways as some of the more meta formations, specifically the 4-4-2. The 4-4-2 is maybe a more balanced one, but one thing I was finding is I was really struggling against through balls, and not necessarily just because I like. One of the keys with through balls is quickly switching to cover them. I know to cover them, but I was just finding that no matter what I did, I was getting caught out by just too many men getting through, and I thought the 5-back might be a good way of dealing with that. So in this video, I'm going to go through my custom tactics for the 5-3-2, player instructions, and I'll show you some gameplay clips. And one of the things I want to say is, it's not a really defensive formation the way I play it. The tactic I've picked for it is quite negative, and that is more so to deal with the through balls. But on this game, if you have the right instructions going forward, your players will not play super negative. I think you can do some really nice attacking patterns in the 5-3-2. I really like some of the stuff you can do with it, and you'll see that in this video. So let's go look at the actual tactic. 5-3-2, drop back, 10 depth. People will see this and be like, that's crazy, played like a rat. It just doesn't work like that in game. On new gen, it's even crazier in the sense of, on new gen, you could go balanced 100 depth and your team will still park the bus. I do not know why that is a thing. One of the reasons I prefer old gen is that players just can't park the bus as much. Even on 10 depth drop back, the team doesn't park the bus much. It's just more it helps by lowering your depth to deal with through balls. You can't really park the bus properly on this game. It just isn't a thing. It's not like previous FIFAs. So if people see this and be like, oh, you just played like a rat, really low depth, that's not really how it works on this game. They're just a bit uninformed on that. But it does help deal with the through balls. The simple thing with the 5-back is that you have 3 centre-backs. Those 3 centre-backs are going to go a long way to dealing with the through balls. And compared to the 3-5-2, the left wing-back and the right wing-back are going to help in dealing with through balls down the line more than the left mid and right mid would. One of the keys, and you'll see it when I get to the tactic, is you have to have overlapping wing-backs. If you do not have overlapping wing-backs, you're really going to struggle to break people down because you have no width. And then my left centre mid and right centre mid get forward quite a bit. I've got 2 strikers, which I always like. But yeah, the width is lower to try to keep the centre backs compact to deal with the through balls. The depth and defensive styles put to drop back and 10 to try and do everything I can to stop through balls. It's still a struggle, but it's a lot easier dealing with through balls in this formation, which I think makes this formation right now one of the best in the game. Specifically as well, if you really do struggle with through balls, I have found this works. I've tried lots of different formations out this year. Some on stream, some off stream. I've probably only done formation tactic videos on 3 or 4. I've tried nearly every formation out. I only do a formation or custom tactics video if I trust what I'm teaching you guys about. I'm not just going to put formation tactics videos out there for the sake of it. The width in the attack, I don't think it matters too much as long as it's anywhere between 40 to 60. I'm pretty much on any default, like non-tactic that. I'm not parking the bus, even though you can't really do it, but I mean, like, I'm not trying to see out a game or chase a game. I'll always go balance on a normal tactic. Players in the box left at default, corners 1, free kicks 3. And then for the instructions, stay forward on the strikers. I want them to be able to counter attack. The middle centre mid, I put on stay back and cover centre to try use him as a bit of an anchor man. We've got Steven Gerrard in there. And then for the centre mid, we've got cover wing on the outside ones. You could put get forward. It just might be leave you a bit too open in terms of the gap between your attack and defence. And then for the wing backs, this is key. Join the attack overlap. This is one of the things that means it's not that negative a formation general, because you're sending 3, 5, 7 men on the attack. So the wing backs here, you do want wing backs, not just defensive fullbacks, ones who can actually attack. Corona's really good for me in that role. I think he actually has decent defending if you look at him. Yeah, 60 defending for an attacking player. Pretty damn good, to be fair. But yeah, in the instructions, during the attack overlap, centre backs are on stay back default. Keeper, you can do what you want too much. I wouldn't put cautious with crosses on. I'm going to put sweeper keeper, to experiment with that. We'll put comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. I want to experiment a bit with that, but I don't. The only one I would say don't do is cautious with crosses for a keeper. But yeah, guys, appreciate you watching this. This is the actual tactic. This is the instructions. Let's show some gameplay clips now of how it works in game. I'm going to show you 3 separate clips. They're going to be longer clips than usual, but I really wanted to show you the shape of the 5-3-2 in attack and defense. One thing I say quite regularly about formations and tactics are you can somewhat, for the most part, change most formations or tactics to do quite a lot of things. But one of the main things that's going to be a struggle to change is the defensive shape and then the attacking patterns. The formation, just where the players play, for the most part, will dictate that. So let's watch this and show you the shape of the 5-3-2. So yeah, I'm attacking here. Got lots of men in good positions. I ended up messing this up. I probably should have run a shot with Eusebio. Watch now. You have my right wing back, who's going to start tracking back. You've got Alphonso Davies, the left wing back. He'll start tracking back. And you can already see here, we've got 3 CDMs, 3 centre backs. Already got 3 of them marking the spot here. So what that does is it means when he goes for this through ball, it's not on. Normally, most people would have centre back, full back, and this pass down here would be in the middle of these 2. Whereas when the 3 centre backs are covering the ground bare, the through ball gets messed up. Honestly, it's hard to watch this and see that, but I can promise you that through ball against normal 2 centre-back defences would probably have had a lot higher chance of going through and causing trouble. Then in the attack, you can see the wing-backs start to overlap. Still got lots of options in the middle. We've got our 2 strikers. Our wing-backs here are pushing up. I'm not sure why Alphonso Davies hasn't pushed up, to be fair, but he's supposed to. We've got 2v2 with the strikers and centre-backs. Here, honestly, one thing that works quite well is sometimes just go to a straight line to shoot across goal. We've got our men in the middle around here. We've got our wing-back overlapping. And there, we shoot across goal, and it's a nice, easy finish. That's come from the 3 centre-backs sweeping up the through ball. Lots of players in the middle, overlap from our wing-back, and then a nice finish into the top corner with Mr. Eusebio. Got another one here where we're defending, we're out of possession. Chadden's the goal. Welcome to the Zelboy Army. Here we go. So you can see here my wing back was pushed up a bit more, but he's going to start to get back. Thing is with this, if the wing backs do push up, it can leave you a little bit overwhelmed sometimes on counters, but you still do have 2 outside centre backs who can kind of help with it. Okay, there I've already covered the through ball there. I've got this man marking here. That's just poor play by my opponent if we're being realistic. But the through ball is still covered. I also find in the 5-3-2, it's quite easy to keep possession because you've got lots of men in the middle. You can play it between your centre-backs and then you've got the wing-backs who give you the width to keep the ball. Through balls out wide to the wing-backs are a great way of keeping the ball, stretching teams. You can always go back into the middle then. Kept him going on his run. It's occupied that defender. You can see that defender's literally moving over there to mark him, even though he doesn't need to. And then from there, I went that way and then shot across goal last time. So this time, I'm mixing it up. I go the other way, turn. I don't know if he's off. I think he's offside. So the shot was right. But a nice shot across goal. Easy finish. And you can see here, the attacking patterns in this formation, pretty damn good at times. It's not that hard in reality to get lots of options in this formation. One of the things I always say for a good attacking formation is that it's going to have lots of options to overrun your opponent, give them lots to think about, take defenders out of the game, and the 5-3-2 can do that when set up right. Another one here, the opponent has the ball. So we've got our midfield back here. This one's quite a longer clip, so a lot in there. One of the things I like is you can step up with the centre-backs like I did there with Rudiger. Be more aggressive in the tackle, because if you miss, you've still got your 2 centre-backs. I don't advise being aggressive and stepping up just for the sake of it, but generally speaking, it is a nice way to play and take the game to your opponent a bit more when possible and when it's on. Here, go to our two strikers. I'm not finding anything on, so at this point I go out wide. When I do subs in this formation, probably the first two picks I'll do, or subs I'll do, will be on the wing backs. The wing backs run up and down the most out of anyone in the team, so they need high stamina, and generally speaking, they're going to be the most tired to sub players off, so I bring players on with pace. Marcus Llorente's here. Stretch them out wide, can't get in, so I just go there. Try and go forwards here, lots of space in the centre mids. The centre mids tend to get quite a bit of space. Another thing that's nice is quite often you're going to have 3 centre mids against 2 CDMs because a lot of people use the 4-4-2 or the 4-2-3-1. So you can win that midfield battle. See my wing backs tucking in shape. I use second man press there to get that centre back to press. I can mark there. If you second man press with a centre back in a normal 2 centre back formation, well, that means you've got 1 centre back to cover him behind. Whereas this one, if I get beat, I've still got 2. I'm always trying to get it to the 2 strikers to counter attack, but I go backwards when needed. You can see here I've got the width on the wing back. Here I can see him making a run here. You can see here the space my wing back's getting. Always be looking for that space. Zidane's easily got the passing to make that. And now I'm in a great position where I can go there for a cutback. I can go there. So let's see what my opponent's doing. My opponent seems to be marking there. So I cut inside. And then from here, it's just one of these. I've got 3 options. I've got 2 strikers in my centre mid who's run forward. And then there, double tap just to make sure it doesn't get intercepted. Then it's a nice easy finish. You can't really miss from there. You can see there. The defensive strengths of the 5-3-2 against through balls, how you can sometimes be more aggressive, how it covers all the areas, how good it is at keeping the ball with the wing backs and the width they offer. And then the attacking shape, just how many options you're going to have across the pitch. It's not a really negative formation. You could see in those gameplay clips that my team was not really deep, even though I had 10 depth drop back. It just helps with the through balls. Right now, I think the 5-3-2 is a great option. Can change your game up a bit, and I don't think it's that negative. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Appreciate you watching. Keep it spicy, and I will see you in the next one.